Hey, travelers! Did you know that one of our favorite road trip buddies, the Ford Everest, has a long and colorful history? Before it became a symbol of adventure and strength on our roads, it had a story of how it started, born from the need for a vehicle that could be tough and comfortable at the same time. Imagine, in the early 2000s, families in Asia were looking for a vehicle that wasn't just a pickup, but a true companion for all kinds of trips. This is when Ford thought of using the strong base of their popular Ranger pickup truck to build a new type of family vehicle. The first Ford Everest was officially shown to the world in 2003, specifically at the 24th Bangkok International Motor Show. This wasn't by accident because the Everest was really made for the Asian and Australian markets. Its main goal was simple: to offer an affordable and comfortable 7-seater SUV. At that time, this was a big step. It used almost 60% of its parts from the Ranger, so it was guaranteed to be tough. Its design was simple and practical, with lots of space inside for the whole family and luggage, perfect for long trips out of the city. Under its hood, the first generation had a 2.5-liter turbo diesel engine. Even though its 110 horsepower is simple compared to today's engines, it was enough for everyday needs and occasional off-road adventures. You could choose between a 5-speed manual for those who like to control every shift, or a 4-speed automatic for easier city driving. This became the foundation of the Everest, a vehicle that wasn't just for families but a reliable partner ready to face any road challenge, whether in the city or the countryside. That's why it quickly became popular, especially here in the Philippines. For Filipino families, the Everest was an answer to their prayers. Imagine, in just one vehicle, there's enough space for the kids, grandpa and grandma, and all the stuff for a weekend getaway to the beach or the mountains. No need to bring 2 cars. The toughness it inherited from the Ranger gave drivers confidence to handle bumpy roads and even cross shallow rivers. This was the beginning of the Ford Everest becoming a legend in our country. Come on, let's take a trip back in time and see the changes. After the success of the first model, Ford didn't rest. In 2007, they released the second generation of the Everest. At first glance, it looked like a big facelift, but it brought many changes. This is where we saw a more modern look, with a new design for the headlights and grille that gave it a tougher and more aggressive feel. One of the most noticeable changes was moving the spare tire to the back, attached to a swing-out cradle. This gave it the classic SUV look that many loved. This change wasn't just about looks. Underneath, it stayed true to its Ranger roots, still using the same tough chassis. But importantly, all models of the second generation now had a transfer case with a low-range gear. What does this mean, travelers? It means it was now more ready for serious off-roading. If before it could handle the provinces, now you'd be more confident taking it on muddy and rocky roads. This was the time when the Everest further proved that it wasn't just for the mall, but for the mountains too. Next came the third generation in 2015, and here, there was a huge change. If the previous ones were like modified Rangers, this model was designed from scratch to be a true modern SUV. This is where the skill of Ford Australia came in, as they led its design. Although it still resembled the Ranger in the front, its rear and entire body had its own identity, more refined, bigger, and more aerodynamic. The hanging spare tire at the back was gone and replaced with a cleaner and more elegant tailgate that opened upwards. This is also where the Everest started to become high-tech. It introduced the Sync 2 infotainment system with a touchscreen display that could connect to your smartphone. It now had Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, making it easier to play your favorite playlist or use Waze. There were also more engine options, including the powerful 3.2-liter inline-5 turbo diesel that gave it the strength to pull heavy loads. This generation elevated the Everest from being a simple SUV to a premium and technologically advanced vehicle for the family. Hey fellow travelers, Ford Australia's role in the Everest story cannot be overstated. Imagine this company was founded back in 1925, and their experience in building tough vehicles for Australia's harsh terrain was key to creating the Everest we know today. The third generation in 2015 was their masterpiece. They poured their knowledge into it to build an SUV that was not only tough, but comfortable and full of technology. The result is a vehicle that can handle the Australian outback, so you can be sure it can handle any road in the Philippines too. When 2018 came, the Everest got another update, which we can call the fourth generation. Here, its connection to the Ranger was even more highlighted. It followed the new Ranger's design, with a tougher 3-bar grille and more modern C-clamp headlights. Its look became more muscular and dominant on the road. At the back, it also got new taillights that gave it a fresher look. These changes proved that the Everest continues to evolve to stay modern and attractive to buyers. Inside, it became even more high-tech. The old Sync 2 became Sync 3, with a faster and easier-to-use 8-inch touchscreen. But the biggest news was under the hood. It introduced the brand-new 2.0 bi-turbo diesel engine. Yes, bi-turbo. This means it has 2 turbos, giving it a massive 214 horsepower and 500 newton-meters of torque. This was paired with an advanced 10-speed automatic transmission, which is not only powerful but also fuel-efficient. This put the Everest at the top of its class when it came to performance. It's also important to clarify, travelers, that the Ford Everest is not the same as the Ford Bronco. They are often mistaken for each other, but they have different missions. The Bronco is a pure off-roader made for the American market with a history going back to 1966. The Everest is a Ranger-based SUV, designed for families and adventure in countries like the Philippines. So next time someone asks, you know the answer. The Everest is our own legend here in Asia Pacific. And now, we've reached the present. The 5th generation of the Ford Everest, launched in 2022, is the newest and most advanced of them all. If the previous models were already impressive, this one is on another level. It was launched just a month after the new Ranger, and as always they were developed together. Its design has become even more rugged and dominant. This is clearly seen in the large grille at the front and the C-shaped daytime running lights, which are the new trademark of Ford trucks and SUVs. From the side to the back, every line says that this is a premium vehicle ready for anything. When you step inside, it's like you're in a spaceship. The interior has completely changed. You'll be greeted by a huge portrait-style touchscreen infotainment system, like a giant tablet in the middle of the dashboard. The instrument cluster in front of the steering wheel is also fully digital, which you can customize to your liking. The materials used are more refined and soft, giving you the feeling that you're in a luxurious vehicle. The space has become even wider, ensuring that every passenger from the front to the third row is comfortable on long trips. When it comes to the engine, there are new and exciting options. Besides the proven 2.0 bi-turbo diesel, there's also a V6 turbo diesel engine developed with Volkswagen. This offers unmatched power and refinement, perfect for those who want to tow boats or trailers, or simply want to feel massive power. All of this is connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission and an advanced 4-wheel drive system, making the Everest a true go-anywhere vehicle. So it's no surprise why Filipino families continue to choose the Ford Everest. From being a simple 7-seater based on the Ranger, it has become a high-tech, premium, and very tough SUV that is now a symbol of adventure. This is the vehicle that will safely take you to school every day, and it will also take you to the most beautiful sights in the Philippines during vacation. The Ford Everest is not just a vehicle. It has become a part of the memories and stories of every Filipino family. A true companion on the journey of life.